The one power move that all highly successful individuals make over and over again that keeps them successful and helps them get out of their ruts. You can't miss this. At the end of this episode, you'll see why success isn't about more information or more knowledge or degrees. It's about making one bold decision and standing by it. I've worked with hundreds of highly successful individuals, whether they are performers, entertainers, entrepreneurs, entrepreneurial moms, parents. I want to tell you this one thing. They are just normal people. They may have more money, but they are just normal people who have the same issues and battles as we all do, including myself. However, there's one thing that they do that has them consistently moving upwards and onwards, hitting their goals non-stop. Now, if you're asking what the power move is, they intentionally decide. They don't hope. They don't stay in a state of procrastination. They decide knowing that they can change their mind at any given time. Any given time. And I want to say a word about procrastination. Procrastination is something that I think we all will experience from time to time. But the biggest thing around that is, how do you manage your procrastination? One, stop calling yourself a heavy procrastinator, because what we tell ourselves is what we believe. The more you call yourself a procrastinator, the more you will procrastinate, because that's a behavior you'll take on because you created a self-belief where you've declared that this is the only way you know how to show up. So one, if you want to stop procrastinating, stop calling yourself a procrastinator. Two, so one, you've declared that, you've made the decision. I don't procrastinate. I don't even want to use the language. However, when you get caught in those moments of procrastination, you know it's happening, you're taking far too long to decide. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to, and I've done this with clients and I do it with myself when I catch myself procrastinating. Remember, you have to build a new skill set. It doesn't come because you listen to this podcast once or twice, or you read it in a book, or you listen or watch a YouTube video, a motivational YouTube video. It takes practice. I often tell my clients this. If you have a decision to make and you experience yourself in procrastination mode, turn on a timer and give yourself 3 minutes to decide if you have your phone around. So I'm going to speak to those that have their phone around. Turn on a timer 3 minutes and make a decision. You're building the decision-making muscle. So once they've gotten used to that, I have them cut it down to 1 minute, straight from 3 minutes to 1 minute. When you're in the mode of procrastination, turn on your timer on your phone and make a decision in 60 seconds, 1 minute. Once again, you are further building your decision-making muscle. Then, once they feel good that they can make decisions within 1 minute, and let me pause here for a moment. They've moved from 3 minutes to 1 minute, and I want them to use it throughout their entire day. And I encourage you to use it if you decide to do this exercise throughout your entire week. So when you are trying to decide what you're making for dinner, when you decide what you're ordering online, when you're deciding if you will watch a movie or which movie you will or won't watch, if you're deciding something at work, will you speak to your boss? Will you speak up? How long will you take a break before you move? Whatever your decision is, you need to use this muscle so it becomes who you are, not who you are in specific situations. All right? So timer 3 minutes, a timer for 1 minute, and then we move down to 30 seconds. A decision needs to be made, your timer's on for 30 seconds. And by that time, and you do it a week at a time, by the time you're down to 30 seconds, it's been 4 weeks in the making. Your subconscious has now acquired the ability to make decisions in a shorter timeline. Now, after we move to 30 seconds, we do the 10-second countdown, right? No timer needed. Make a decision, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they make their decision. By the time your 4 weeks have passed, it's been 30 days, and you've been able to build a new habit. You simply need to stay consistent with it. Got it? Let me know if you try the exercise and tell me how it went for you. Or if there's something else that you do to combat your procrastination, share it below. Now let's keep things moving. Here are the 4 things I found that high performers do over and over again, and it fully helps them when it comes to making intentional decisions. Number 1, they decide on their one big vision, not visions. One big vision. And they know that this vision belongs to them and no one else needs to believe in it or see it for them to move forwards. So they are particular with who they share this big vision with, because there's so many people in the world who may not support it, but they're crystal clear and they're not looking for the approval of anyone else before they decide that this vision belongs to me and it's something that I'm going to commit to. And you can do the exact same thing. Choose your vision and also be intentional with who you share that vision with. And at times, for the beginning portion of you putting in the work and getting your mind in the game, it doesn't need to be shared with anyone. If you don't have supportive people around you, I'd highly advise that you don't. Number 2, they decide on what action steps need to be taken. And they don't commit to taking 15 action steps. They commit to the first 2. What are the next 2 action steps I need to take to reach this goal, this achievement, this accomplishment? And they commit to it. They commit to it knowing that there's going to be highs and there's going to be lows. They're going to go through tough spots. They're going to go through gaps. They're going to go through frustration. But what does not waver is their commitment level to their goal. They know, and this is the key thing, you have to go knowing in that it's not going to be a straight path. And I know you've heard this many times. You have to know, and when I say no, you have to walk in expecting the great outcome, but also accepting and expecting that things will not go as planned. But that end result is what you're committed to. And although on paper, it goes up and it slants to the side, if it goes like this and then slants to the side, it's still okay because there's so many ways to get to one end result. So that's the second thing they do. So once again, the first one, they decide on their big vision and they hold it to themselves. Number 2, they decide on what action steps need to be taken, fully knowing and expecting things to go wrong. Number 3, they lean into their strengths and they make it their superpower. The second part to that is they're honest about where they need help. They're honest about where they need help. They don't need to know how to do everything, nor do they want to. They know that the real power move, and this is important, they know that the real power move is not doing everything yourself. The power actually lays in acknowledging that you have a gap. And you can call it a weakness, whatever you name it, it doesn't matter. You have a gap, you have a weakness. And the power move is asking for help to fill it. They decide to ask for help over and over and over again, right? And the last thing they do is they prioritize their big vision despite the naysayers, despite the people who laugh, because they will be there, beside the people who say this will never work. It's just ridiculous. It's too big. There's so much language naysayers share, and naysayers will always add in their own opinion. And here's what I have to say about that. Here's exactly how you want to handle those naysayers, because they're going to be there. Even if you're pitching something and you get 15 no's, or you're telling a friend or you're telling a mentor who is doubting your ability, here's how you manage it. Step number 1, I want you to label it or label their opinion and not absorb it. Not every opinion deserves emotional access to you. So when someone doubts you, I want you to mentally say to yourself, that's their lens, not my limit. Because naysayers speak from their own fear. They speak from their own cap, their own ceiling. They often speak from their own experience of quitting or not getting what they wanted or not even trying. And you're not required to internalize someone else's self-doubt, because that's what's happening. They are projecting their self-doubt on you. And the thing about naysayers, I have to say this, when it comes to naysayers, some people come from a nasty place, and as I shared, from their own fear, but sometimes people say it from a place of love. It comes from the same space, but the only way they know how to support you, the only way they know how to protect you, because their experience has been quitting or their experience has been failing, is to not have you go there. Here's your power move though. Your power move is to treat their comment like background noise, not your permanent diagnosis, not your permanent reality. Another way to manage it, I want you to separate their signal from static. And okay, let me break that down for a moment. I want you to ask yourself this one question. Is there useful information that they're sharing? Because sometimes it is, or is it just projection? Is there a strategy that you can improve on? Is there another way you can think about it? Is there, a tip that will help you not walk through or walk on rocks? If there is, then take it. If it's just static, that's unrealistic. Be careful. People like us don't do that. That one right there. That is noise. That is static. And static does not get a vote. Static does not get a voice in your decisions in any capacity. Here's your power move. Feedback refines you. Good feedback, usable feedback refines you. It refines the pathway to your goals. However, fear from other people, others' personal fears, does not define you. The last way to manage haters and naysayers is for you to re-anchor to your decision. Those naysayers, those haters are loudest in your ears and in your head when you're stretching yourself to a brand new level, when you're doing something brand new and it's unfamiliar. So instead of replaying their voice, I want you to replay your reason, your commitment, your why. Ask yourself these questions. Why does this goal matter to me? Who do I get to become by following through? What happens if I listen to fear instead? My friends, your vision must be louder than their opinions. It must be. And that is a choice. That is a decision. Here's your power move. Every time doubt shows up, I want you to respond with action, because movement silences mental noise. You can't have mental noise and movement at the same time. Got it? Naysayers don't see your future. That's not their job. They see your limits. They see their limits in you. My friends, please don't borrow them. Please do not make it your reality. Please do not make it law. These are the action steps that will support you to make powerful decisions and stick to your decisions to get to where you really want to do. That's the one power move that all highly successful individuals make over and over and over again, that keeps them in a space of success. They intentionally decide every moment of every day. Got it? So if this episode has helped you in any capacity, I want you to I want you to subscribe. I want you to make sure you're signed up for notifications so you know when we drop another episode. And remember my ask in the beginning, if there is a powerful way that you manage your procrastination, let me know in the comments. Or if you try the exercise that I shared, let me know how it's going for you. This is Karen D signing off.